I don't know what to say. Speechless. Speechless. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Gum's videos. My name is Kyle Gripp. Today I'll be reviewing The Room, the cult classic The Room. I've seen many memes, images, clips from this movie, but I never really seen it in full. And then this trailer called The Disaster Artist, starring James Franco, written, I believe it's by James Franco, but I know he definitely directed it, and it's based off a book about behind-the-scenes stuff of the movie The Room. So after watching that, I laughed my ass off, so I'm like, I want to watch The Room. So I'm going to review The Room. I actually don't know what to say. A lot of people find this shit so funny. The only thing I found really funny, because of how bad it was the acting. Tommy Wiseau, I think is his name. I know his first name is Tommy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Tommy claims that this was supposed to be a bad movie from the start, but the way this movie was made seemed like he was trying to make it Oscar worthy. You could tell through the acting, but the acting was so just atrocious. Just like, it didn't sound like a normal person, like, at all. Monotone, this weird voice, just like, what was he trying? I'm pretty sure that's not his actual voice. If that is his actual voice, I am sorry, but doesn't sound natural. And the writing is just bad, and it's just like, just mess. People are like, just turn off your brain. Just like, I watched this shit on my own at 3 in the morning because I was bored and I am getting horrible sleep. So I was like, let's watch The Room. Not a good time to watch it, especially when you're looking for something entertaining. Not exactly entertaining, but the good news is the time didn't exactly feel sluggish like other bad movies did. It went by decently paced, so the pacing was good. That's a positive. But my God, just like, some of the things that you would think that someone would call out, just like, hey, that's not good, they would just catch up on that, like, this is not good, we should try this and that. But after watching the Disaster Artist trailer, I'm thinking like, oh, it kind of makes sense, probably because Tommy doesn't know what he's doing as an actor. I mean, I don't know him as a person, but as an actor, like, come on, like, no. And, okay, let me just stress this. The first act, the first 25 minutes, we have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 sex scenes. 3. And one of them was like at least 6 minutes of just slow motion, moaning and groaning. I'm like, for God's sake, man. Like, I bet you, because Tommy wrote this movie. I know that for a fact. Tommy wrote this movie. I bet you that son of a bitch wrote this movie just to get laid. I bet you this was a prank. I'm telling you guys, that's the whole story. He just did this to get laid. I mean, it's a perfect story. I mean, listen, you're getting drunk with a bunch of friends. I mean, that's the only explanation. You can just get drunk with your best friends, and then you're like, hey, I need to get laid. I'm a virgin. I'm a 30-year-old virgin, bro. I don't want to become the 40-year-old virgin. So what do? Write a movie. Ah, genius. That's the only explanation. And first off, Tommy, listen, I would not care if the sex was good. The sex was horrible. Tommy was laughing in the middle of it. It was like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, like, I actually did get a little annoyed, like, a little freaked out, and a little, like, there's a lot of emotions going around in my head. Just like, what the fuck is going on at this movie? What is going on? A lot of people make a joke about spoons. I didn't catch on to the spoons part because I was so fathomed about how bad the writing and the acting was and the directing. I don't like Johnny anymore. So I'm going to sleep with somebody else, even though he's providing for me and doing this and this and this for me, and everyone else likes him. What's wrong with it? I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm like, oh my God, you're like the most unlikable person. And I'm not going to lie. The ending, okay, I don't care, spoilers. I'm like, who gives a shit with this movie? When he shot himself in the head, I kind of laughed. I kind of laughed because it was so fucking stupid. With the rest of this movie is just stupid. I'm having an affair. His friend is a horrible piece of shit. Like, oh, I can't cheat. I'm like, okay, like you can't sleep with this girl because it's your best friend, future wife. I understand. Say I like this guy. 5 seconds into rubbing the ear, he's like, okay, let's fuck. And I'm like, 5 seconds ago, you're like, I can't do it. And then he says, I can't do it anymore. I'm like, okay, listen, honest mistake. The bitch was crazy. Now you know that. Fucks her again. And then again. And then again. And then again. And then Tommy and his best friend go on a full brawl for no reason. Like, how did Tommy figure out that his best friend was banging his wife? Everything was just complete random chaos. This is like, and let me tell you something. I have a very picky thing when it comes to certain writing and when the way people talk. When you talk to someone, you don't say their name repetitively. My brother does that from time to time. It gets on my nerves. When he talks to me, when they're the only ones in the room, he says my name like 7 times. It drives me nuts. When these guys talk in this movie, just rewatch the movie if you want to. If you want to waste your life, go ahead. Who's going to stop you? But when these guys talk in the movie, they say the same character name like 100,000 times. Like, normally I forget names in movies. That's fine. That's why you have rewatchability and shit like that. But the names are sewed into my brain. I have no words. There's like, the fact that he's trying to play it cool and say, oh, I'm just trying to make it bad. It's pathetic because, listen, this movie is extremely bad. We all know that. We know this movie's bad. But it was made in a way where you could tell there was some kind of effort put into it. If you're going to make a bad movie, you don't make it like this. You make it a certain other way where you could tell people are trying to make it bad. Something almost like Power Rangers. Almost like that, even though they were trying to be good, but it's something along those levels. Like very cheesy, very iffy. This was trying to be dark, serious. There was a suicide at the end. Like, we're a bad movie. Suicide, guys. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I could talk about this movie for hours, just fathoming how bad this piece of shit was. I'm not even gonna rate it because does it even matter? I mean, just please, the 2% of the people who probably end up watching this, I'm gonna give this movie 0 out of 5 stars because there's not one redeeming quality about this movie except for the pacing. Congratulations, sir, you got the pacing down because 95 minutes actually felt like 95 minutes, maybe closer to 100 minutes, but good on you. Good on you for making me not feel like this movie was actually 175 minutes. Thank you. I can't wait to see The Disaster Artist. I really can't wait. Just James Franco looks exactly like Tommy. He really does. I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. What did you think of The Room? Are you one of those sick bastards who actually think this movie is funny? Comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts, guys. I have a Twitter, Instagram, _videos. Go follow me there for the latest news and updates on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later and goodbye.